Of the situation we found ourselves and the month of Ramadan, we decided to suspend the usual March Past Parade. But we have done symposium yesterday, and we did press briefing in the morning. And today, as usual, Your Excellency is hosting the workers of Kano State for an award and dinner night as done in 2019. So without taking much of our time, permit me, Your Excellency, to recap on some of our demands as usual, because in May Day is the only day, Your Excellency, it may not be out of place to appreciate the government of Kano State under the able stewardship of His Excellency Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje for the maturity exhibited in handling the various challenges posed by the labor amidst insufficient funding from the federal government, as well as dwindling internally generated revenue, which may not be dissociated with the socio-economic crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank God, with the maturity and understanding, what would have been a major showdown was abated and amicably resolved collectively, hoping that such ugly situation will never rear its head again in the nearest future. We wish to use this opportunity to advise Kano State government to, as a response to this economic downturn, take urgent steps to diversify its internally generated revenue drive in order to boost its income. The labor is willing to support the government in this regard. We are of the view that at difficult moments like this, revolutionary measures should be adopted to empower workers and stimulate the economy. Excellency, sir, we in labor are conscious and objective in whatever we do. We are not disillusioned. Unlike some opposition politicians that sees nothing good in whatever the ruling party does, we appreciate good whatever we see it and vice versa. It is in this context that we saw it relevant to acknowledge and appreciate the giant strides of your government, specifically in the following areas of our common survival: effective security management in the state with minimal cases of banditry, kidnapping, and other criminal activities; efficient management of first and second wave of COVID-19 in the state, having less casualties due to measures put in place by the government; being up to date in the payment of salary and pension in the state, despite the economic turbulence being experienced in the country until recently when the economic situation bit harder; proper management of palliatives in the state during the recent lockdown, unlike what we witnessed in other states of the Federation; execution of other laudable projects in the state. Your Excellency, workers in Kano are not ingrates. We must commend you and your government for the aforementioned wonderful achievement, but to mention a few, we are grateful and will remain ever so in this direction. Fellow comrades, in its efforts to cushion the effect of the socio-economic downturn facing the workers, the National Secretariat of the Nigerian Labour Congress initiated a mass transit scheme and designated Kano as one of the states that will benefit from the scheme. Arrangements are on top gear for the deployment of 10 to 15 Costa 39-seater buses to Kano as a start-up. The whole idea is to ameliorate the transportation problems being faced by workers and reduce the cost of movement to and from their workplaces. In Africa, the struggle until victory. Thank you very much.
I'm so happy, I'm so motivated, I'm so excited for this very important gathering. I'm happy that Kano State has institutionalized the celebration of May Day, not only in Kano State, by extension in Nigeria. If I may remind you, the May Day celebration started in Kano State, and it was adopted and internalized by the federal government of Nigeria, and eventually adopted by all states of the Federation. We have to thank the former governor of Kano State, late Alhaji Abubakar Rimi, who started the Labor Day during the days of the Soviet Union. He borrowed it from the Soviet Union, who had the highest respect for labor in the world. So we are happy that we have reinvigorated that system. We have strengthened it beyond mere celebration on the May Day. We have introduced new measures, new innovations, in order to make it fantastic, in order to make it sustainable, and in order to make it more memorable to our workers. Like previously informed, yesterday there was a symposium where issues pertaining to labor were discussed, so that workers would be reminded of their responsibilities, and employers as well would be reminded of their responsibilities, because together we have to make it work. That one will continue with contemporary issues, with issues of interest to both labor and the employees. I'm happy to know that the symposium succeeded. Of NLC, Kano State, with other executives, we appreciate you for working with us, and especially when we look at the themes of the May Day this year: COVID-19 pandemic, social and economic crisis, challenges for decent jobs and people's welfare. There's no better theme than this at this moment, because COVID-19 has affected our economy, has affected our social well-being, has affected our lifestyle, has affected our tradition, has affected our culture, has even affected our religion. So looking at how it has affected our economy, we know our wages and salaries and allowances are being affected. And those who are marginally employed, partially employed, ended up with no employment. So COVID-19 has increased unemployment in Nigeria and in the world as a whole. COVID-19 has curtailed the progress of our workers, because the economic situation has changed. This is an innovation that we cherish, and this is an innovation that will sustain. I was emotionally moved when I saw one of the employees who was a temporary employee in one of our health facilities at Hotoro, that is Khadija, whose two legs were amputated. I'm happy to hear that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu organization has pledged to provide her with the best artificial limbs available. This is unprecedented. And I would like to seize this opportunity to thank this organization, to thank our leader, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for this great assistance to a woman that needs the assistance most. This we'll never forget. So ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for listening, and all the CBN programs that are coming to our workers. Kano State government is ready to provide an enabling environment. All the guarantees that are required, Kano State will provide the guarantee, especially that for our civil servants, the salary are in our hands. So there's no risk in providing guarantee. But for private sector, we also give the guarantee. But we work with their employers to ensure that the salaries are flowing every month, so that there is no short change in this kind of program. Ladies and gentlemen,
the government with a permanent and pensionable appointment. I think it's going to hand over to her. Your Excellency is handing over the offer himself for permanent and pensionable appointment to this young lady. She has never been married. She sacrificed her life to the entire people of Kano State for over 15 years. 10,000 naira to her. For NLC and TUC in Kano. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Excellency. Next, a word for the hard work. Next is Comrade Usman Abdulhamid.